Alabama train, Alabama train, take me home, Alabama train. Way up here in New Jersey, long way from home. Ain't got nobody to love me. Guess I better go on home. Alabama train, Alabama train, Alabama train. Why don't you take me home?
It's been a while. This video that I'm doing was initially supposed to be about, but it wasn't really something to make a full video. It was supposed to be about what they call light pollution. The documentary I saw, it kind of sparked my mind listening to Judas live, and I just cut out to make this video. And I decided to make the Jack Reacher video, but part of the reason, they keep us in cities. If you notice, the majority of our people are located in typically coastal cities. You can't see the stars at night because of all the city lights. They call it light pollution, and they really want us to not be able to read the stars or look at them at all. They do not want us to see signs. A lot of times you see signs in the sky and it's really them that see it. Somebody that lives in a more rural area. But I want to talk about this that gave me the blues.
Nobody to love me. Guess I better go on back home. Alabama train, take me home. Alabama train, back where I belong.
So, the Blk Authority did a video on the masculinity wars. And in this video, he spoke about how they aim to make masculinity popular again. It's very interesting. And I was supposed to do this video a while ago, but I just haven't really been right lately. It's ironically, it is the first day I've smoked in like a long time, and I just been much more relaxed. It is a lot of things. The environment that I'm in, the people that I'm around, it's not always a good time to make a video. And I've just been trying to recharge myself. Here we go. So if anybody's familiar with the Blk Authority, he did this video 12/5/2021. Really great video, and he talked about the Jack Reacher series that is on Amazon. And I thought that I would come and do that. Now you're wondering, like, well, what was up with the blues intro? I wanted y'all to feel that. You heard the pain in his voice? Like, that's in our blood. That's not music. We don't listen to that. We feel that shit. Okay? This screenshot right here. He points out, you have to check this video out. He points out how the black guy in this series is smaller even than the white woman. You don't necessarily see it that well in this shot, but he's very. I mean, this whole thing is clearly a white supremacist uh, indoctrination. But what got me about it, forgive me, that notification distracted me. What got me was how the show started and how they've essentially taken our ancestors' music and attributed it to this mythological, unstoppable white man. And the first time you open up and see him, and this video make more sense to you if you watch. It's a long video, but it's absolutely worth it. At least until he starts taking phone calls, him breaking down the film, and how all of a sudden these white talking heads at Fox are trying to make masculinity popular again. So it's probably playing. Oh yeah, I have the volume down. I mean, let me see if I can get a sample of this. Why should America embrace masculinity?
Tonight on the Black Channel, guess who's now leading the charge to define masculinity for all the rest of us going into the 21st century?
Right? So, I mean, this breakdown is just brilliant. And I watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm a little into the third.
Breaking him with his bare hands.
They
If you take a look at him,
they gave us little Nas X, and look at they turn around and so this scene here in the film when the police come to arrest him in the diner, they approach him like he is a pure unadulterated nigga. Like, we've seen white men kill people in mass shootings, and if they want to flag my channel for saying that, I'm gonna lick at kick rocks. Listen, I pulled back that punch, but I really don't give a shit about their censors. Like, I just don't. Like, you know what I mean? They want us to, like, they want us to all talk like Nancy's. You know what I mean? Fuck these people. They put a shotgun in his face. They had the guns out outside the diner, and he's trying to eat some pie. I'm like, okay, you people don't arrest your own people like this, right? So they're not gonna show that here, but I'll let him talk for a second, then I'll talk to you about what I seen that pissed me off.
But that is not what got my attention. I'm really worried about even playing audio for this because I could get flagged or something. But basically, if you saw the movies, now they got a guy who kind of has the Tom Cruise looks, except he's twice as big in every direction. And couldn't help but notice, so they bring him in, he's always skirting the law. He's always, bucking the rules. And they put him against, if you take a look here, he's bigger than everybody around him. If you take a look at him, he's bigger than everybody around him. He's jacked up, the whole damn 9 yards. And prominently featured in here is, you have this black fella here who's apparently with the police. And he's constantly being juxtapositioned against this hulking menace. I mean, he's breaking the zip tie handcuffs. He's breaking them with his bare hands.
He asked him there, do you recycle? Right, so the black guy is the police captain who they completely emasculate every time he's on screen. He's basically following this guy's he's essentially unwittingly but needing to follow Jack Reacher. And I'm telling you, this is such a white supremacist jerk off session, because one, this white dude does not even have the charisma of little 4-2 what's his name, man? Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise had way more charisma in the Jack Reacher films, right? This guy does not have the charisma. This is the same guy who played a character on New Girl with Zooey Deschanel a few years back, who had a micro penis, right? So they literally just chose him because he's big. He's 6'5", right?
I mean, this is what they got going on here now, and I said at this point in time, it really is very illustrative of what we see the strategy being. Now take a look.
So before he goes into what he's about to say, right? There's a scene where the captain, he's like some smart fart from Boston who went to Harvard, right? But they had to choose the wimpiest dude. His wife left him. He's divorced. He still wears the ring. I mean, a total like successful loser, right? And he's saying, perhaps he was telling Jack, perhaps your brother might have been crooked, right? And just the mere suggestion of that, he tells this captain, choose your next words carefully because it's going to determine how your jaw works for you for the rest of your life. And this pussy nigga shuts smooth the fuck up. Oh, and I'm just laughing like, man. I mean, who in the fuck could talk to a police officer like that? Listen, he's ex-military, but he's not a police officer. He's not on the force. You just threaten physical harm on an officer. He just smooth shut the fuck up. Oh man, this is a piece of shit show.
You're gonna see the same thing constantly. Everybody is looking up at this guy. Everyone around him is looking up at him. He's not at eye level with anybody. Everybody is looking up at him constantly.
They're trying to give Esau something to aspire to be, but hey, newsflash, Esau, you can't have your guys dressing in speedos and twirling around butt naked in a parade and then expect them to all of a sudden to just become manly men. It just don't happen. While trying to emasculate our people, you emasculated your own, and it's too late.
And then, but that's not what I want to do. You know what? I might get flagged for it, but you know what? I'll risk it. I'll risk it. Fair use, damn it. Fair use. I might get flagged for it, but I am making a commentary about this. So fair use, damn it. Hurry up and hit my likes before they take the video down. But I want you to hear some of the talk that this guy gives. And I want you to compare it.
Oh, this is clear.
Do a comparison. I want you to compare how this guy is talking and what he's doing compared to some other folk.
I say, you just got 7 bodies since you set foot in my town. I was arrested for murder. Now you want my help? I want you to do what I say.
You just go wherever you want, whenever you want?
Everyone's always jealous. I'm gonna uncover.
You hear that? You just go wherever you want, whenever you want. He says, everyone's always jealous. In other words, yeah, you damn right. I go wherever I want, whenever I want. Yeah, you mere mortals are just jealous. I want you to hear that.
I was arrested for murder. Now you want my help? I want you to do what I say.
You just go wherever you want, whenever you want?
Everyone's always jealous. I'm gonna uncover.
Now, think about that for a few moments. Think about that for a few moments. So you see this guy sitting here, and now you want my help, and the little fella who he was looking down at.
7. I was arrested for murder. Now you want my help.
The little fella he's looking down at. The black fella he's looking down at. You take a look at this.
I want you to do what I say.
You just...
I'm gonna point out something that the Blk Authority didn't even say here. Nobody fucking talks like that. No man looks at another man and goes, I want you to do what I say. Like, nobody talks like that. He didn't commit the murder. He would be fucking dismissed. Like, the whole scenario here is unrealistic.
I want you to do what I say. You're looking up at this hulking giant here in front of him, talking about, I want you to do what I say. So it immediately elicits laughter. It immediately elicits humor. That you could possibly even think you would do such a thing. It already lets you know this is a foregone conclusion. How are you going to tell this man to do anything? And that's the point.
You just go wherever you want, whenever you want?
Everyone's always jealous. I'm gonna uncover this whole operation and burn it to the ground.
You boys know what's about to happen to you. You think...
Don't go getting
yourself arrested for murder.
Now, here's the crazy thing about it. He basically goes through this trailer basically bragging about how many people he's killed since he got into town. He's gonna go through this trailer bragging about how many people he's killed since he's gotten into town. When she's talking about, don't kill nobody else. They're all treating it like, ha! You know, oh, you naughty boy. You just knocked off 7 or 8 people here. Oh boy, you cad. You rogue. You cad. You rogue. Oh boy, that's so Reacher. I'm trying to put it in a little bit of context for you.
He killed this
Show you
video,
that
bro.
Art imitates reality. I'm just putting it in context for you there. That's all.
Shooter was someone who knows firearms well. Lightning. Bullets were 95 grain. That's subsonic. This wasn't a first time.
These people are connected and stone cold killers.
So be smart. Don't break the law. And promise me you won't end up in another holding cell. No.
I mean, do you see that? Every time somebody tells him to do something, his answer, nope, no, not doing that. Man, I only killed 3 or 4, 7 or 8 people since I got here. Nope, no, not.
So in the trailer, know that, you know, they don't show everything. Like, some of the conversations are a little mixed, but for the most part, his character is exactly that. He is the most respectfully disrespectful son of a bitch I've ever seen in a like. So, there's literally a scene where the captain, the black guy, tells one of his subordinates, "Don't answer his questions. I'm your boss." And he looks at the captain and keeps asking him questions, and the guy goes, "I don't know what to do." And the captain just relents and goes, "Just answer the question." I'm like, oh my goodness. They wrote this man to be an uber pussy. Like, oh man. And I'm going to get to what I saw. How long has this video been going? I don't know if I want to make a part 2. How long? Oh, 17 minutes already. My goodness. What is going on with time? Okay. Forgive me. I just hit my microphone. I got to try to speed this. And actually, you know, I'm going to just take my time with it. Whatever.
And once again, take a look at this image right here. This has been the thumbnail image that they've been using on the videos. Take a look at that. And if you take a look at it here, the white woman actually looks like she's taller than the black man is, and the white man is taller than everybody. So the white woman is taller than the black man, and the white man is taller than all of them. You understand. For those of you who work...
I mean, they got the brother in a tweed suit.
in places where you have a movie industry, California, New York, Georgia, Florida, you know full well that casting is a meticulous thing. Those of you who work with cinematography, these are meticulous things. There's nothing that you see here that wasn't thought out well in advance. So there's nothing you see here that was not specifically planned. And when they recast Jack Reacher with this guy, specifically because of his size, they let you know that the whole point of the series is to communicate to people that Jack Reacher is a badass and he is head and shoulders above everybody else. So their primary focus in making this series now is height compared to everyone else. Physical height compared to everybody else. So what makes you think it's limited to just Jack Reacher? I submit to you that their overriding priority here was to make sure that physical height, physical presence was communicated, quote unquote, properly.
And I can co-sign that because while he's not the worst actor I've seen, he just does not have the charisma. He does not do the character, even as a Caucasian man. He just does not have that. He's not menacing. He's not. This is a guy who played a character with a micro penis. Like he's not a menacing. He's a big guy, but he's not menacing. The opening scene, one of the opening scenes where he encounters a guy yelling at his girlfriend, and he's supposed to be staring him down. He's just like, I do not buy it. They literally just we need to galvanize the it just to me it's a death rattle to me. It's not even a war cry. They know their society's falling, so they're gonna get their masculine energy out on TV. But this guy, they could have, they should have cast someone else. This is not the guy.
Starting with Jack Reacher, but I submit to you it is not ending with Jack Reacher. It's simply starting with him.
Indeed.
I submit to you it just begins with Jack Reacher. It doesn't end with him.
The law. And promise me you won't end up in another holding cell. No.
Yeah, you got.
Looking for payback?
Payback, justice, vengeance. Looking for the whole gang.
You're gonna kill a whole lot of people, aren't you?
Already started.
You heard that? You're gonna kill a whole lot of people, aren't you? I've already started. Yeah.
So what they don't tell you in this trailer is that his brother is died, and he's going out for revenge. But you know, when your brother died, you know, you gotta go hug the white bitch and say, I want what's best for you, you know, instead of drop kicking that bitch where she stood, right? And the black female judge, you know, she's in her role, you know, she's a mammy for jammy, and she's hugging the white bitch. Then the big fat black security guard bitch is caressing the white bitch's hair. That's literally what they want you to do. But this guy, oh nah, you killed my brother. I'm killing everyone in town. I'm killing a dog. I'm killing they meemaw. I'm killing they auntie. I'm killing they auntie that live out of state. I'm killing they dreams. I'm killing motherfuckers in they sleep. Like, I ain't even get that far in the series yet. But that's still not the point that I want to show. I'm just setting it up to show you the bait and switch and disrespect.
You're gonna kill a whole bunch of people, man. It's lunch. I've already started. I mean, this is the damn trailer, by the way.
And the song playing in the trailer here is Rolling Stones. I forget the name of the song, but it's the Rolling Stones, right? And that's not his walking music when the show opens, though, and that's where the problem started for me.
Does he look like he's cracking a smile when he says it?
Looking for the whole gang.
You're gonna kill a whole lot of people, aren't you?
Already started.
You're about to get your ass kicked.
No, I'm just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us.
One of you's gotta drive to the hospital.
Now, that last part you saw, for those of you who remember the original Jack Reacher trailer where Tom Cruise beats up the 5 guys and he says, you know, it's 3. He says, you think you can take all of us? He says, it's only 3 of you. And the guy said, there's 5 of us here. And Tom Cruise says, no, after I take out the leader, that's you, I only have to deal with 1 or 2 enthusiastic wingmen. The other 2, the last 2, they always run. And then Cruise proceeds to beat up the first guy, beat up the other 2 second and third guys, and when the 4th and 5th are sitting there watching and staring at him, he says, really, guys? You want this? And then the last 2 break out running just like he said. So now they've shown that this new guy basically can pull off the same type of scenario.
You're about to get your ass kicked.
No, I'm just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us.
One of you's gotta drive to the hospital.
So for those of you who haven't read the Reacher books or seen the Reacher movies, you know that's basically a shtick of Jack Reacher, doing things like that. There's 4 of us. There's only 3 of you here. Well, there's 4 of us. One of these got to drive to the hospital. And like I say, it's great writing. Don't get me wrong. Great storytelling. Fantastic. But what I'm saying is just understand when what you're seeing is not a joke. And couldn't help but notice your Amazon money. All y'all got Amazon Prime. Well, there's where your money's going.
It's not a twist off.
One last thing I want you to watch here, just in case you hadn't seen enough unbridled, unfettered masculinity.
You're about to get your ass kicked.
No, I'm just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us.
One of you's gotta drive to the hospital.
pissed off. Show off.
I guarantee you, beyond the shadow of all doubt, I don't know if it's going to be on TikTok or whatever, you are going to see dudes all over the place doing this. You're going to see them all over the place after this doing this.
Show off.
You're going to see that all over the place. Watch. Mark my words, that's going to become a meme. You're going to see that in TikTok videos and every damn thing else. Well, mark my words. That's
So
else.
I'm not gonna play too much, but later on, he shows you. I mean, he goes into it. He goes into this news session here and things online. He really shows you the comparison about how he even shows you The Witcher, how they get to show.
If you're a black man who attempts to do this, if you are a black man who attempts to define yourself, who will not be butt broken, who will not be dominated.
And it was black women shitting all over this movie about Serena and Venus's father. You know, any public showing of black masculinity, we can count on black women to attack it. It's like 2/3 at work. Now, if you women who do look at my channel, if you're offended by that, then something's wrong with you, because you're supposed to be a daughter of Zion, not a black woman, which your slave master called you. So if you still identify and feel offended by that, then that's your problem. Okay.
He's real.
But
It was a work of fiction.
and what he said there is the reason why this movie is so dangerous, because this is a real man. Jack Reacher's a work of fiction. So here's the thing about what I've seen, and of course, this is what they leave us with. Oh man!
See, they're treating us totally different. So it's like, okay, if we're gonna let you in, it's gonna be your deviants, your trash, your crazy folk.
I'm gonna take that down. I don't even want to look at that. So, all right. So, what was it about that kind of no, that kind of that aggravated me when I was watching it? And see, because I saw what they were doing, so this is not in my head. Oh wait, no, I have to go here. Is this thing still recording? No, all right. That's my Levi impersonation. Okay, so during the trailer, they're playing Rolling Stones. And the show opens up, they show the murder that you heard referenced in the trailer, and it cuts to him getting off the next scene, it's daytime, he's getting off of this bus. And would you believe what's playing is Smokestack Lightning by probably, the most manly figure in blues, Howlin Wolf. And I immediately called bullshit on it. So, boy. Who is Howlin Wolf if you don't know? Well, the idea here in the show, what happens is he's coming down to Georgia to look up this old blues singer named Blind Blake. This white dude is such a fan of blues music that he's coming to Georgia because supposedly this guy played his last show here, and this is what he's going to do. Later on in the series, they play a song from, some of you might know Howlin Wolf, but they play something from Mississippi Fred McDowell. Now, when they played Fred McDowell, I literally jumped out of my seat, pissed off. Like, the first time some people are ever going to hear Fred McDowell is in this show, this white supremacist manifesto. They're trying to remasculinize their men because now they see they're going to need to fight. And it's like, how does this get to be your walking music? This show, or this idea of a show, this should have been what Michael B. Jordan's Amazon movie was. And that should have been his walking music. But this is who Howlin Wolf is. This is who Howlin Wolf is, right? And this is a live version of the song. And I want you to read what I'm gonna read to you something that one of these Caucasian people wrote about him. Our people don't even listen to this music anymore. But this is his walking music. This person writes, 2 years ago, it's 1964. This man is dressed in a suit, blowing on a harmonica, and he radiates a stage presence and an aura of pure menace that I personally have never seen in anyone that wasn't in a straight up metal band. Wolf is the man. His charisma, his attitude, his voice, blessed to him by the All-Father. His talents given him by the Most High. And this is the first time you see Jack Reacher, Smokestack Lightning is playing. The same music that America tried to destroy and tried to destroy the memory of these people. The same music that they've conditioned our people. We won't even look back to it and listen to it. See, but I do listen to this stuff on a regular basis. Very much so. And that's why I opened the video up with that song. But this is who Howlin Wolf is. And this is who this great white hope, wet dream gets to walk out to when you first see him. It's establishing the kind of man he is. It's symbolic.
The number's going out now, friend. It's Smokestack Lightning.
Turn the volume up if you need to. So I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I will put it in the description. I might put a few songs of his in the description, but this is essentially his biggest song. And I had to put it in the description because I know the audio quality is not that loud. This is the same guy who, when the Rolling Stones was making their first appearance on American TV, I believe it was their very first appearance on American TV, they said, we ain't coming on unless you put on Howlin Wolf. Because remember, America was, when the blues invasion happened, or the British invasion happened, when all these white cats are coming over from Britain playing this blues music, right? And they were calling it invasion, as Buddy Guy put it, of European music. They wanted to act like this man didn't exist, like Muddy Waters didn't exist, like goddamn Buddy Guy himself didn't exist. T-Bone Walker, B.B. King, Mississippi Fred McDowell. No, it was after the cat got out the bag. This was stuff that was just going on in our community. They wanted to wipe it off. Just want to wipe it out, wipe it away. All right. Yeah, and then Jimi Hendrix came and bust their ass, something fierce. Right. This. You know, when you go like, what song is like the soundtrack to your life? And these crackers will look at you a certain way if you listen to this. Oh, you're so young. You listen to, like, I'm sorry, what? Why are you listening to it? Why are you listening to it? You have no genetic connection to it. But this somehow was like I'm not a fan of this music. It's in my blood, man. It's in my bones. It's in my goddamn aching bones. And they just gave it to this white dude to show how bad he was, to establish character. And I'm sorry, I kind of digress. So the Rolling Stones said, we're not going on until you put Howlin' Wolf. And some of the videos on YouTube. And they're interviewing the Rolling Stones. And, you know, they're jumping up and down like schoolgirls. Like, enough with these questions. We want to see the Howlin' Wolf. And they wanted to see how they wanted to see this guy perform because they idolized these men. That's the words they used. They revered these men. And it was the first time Howlin' Wolf had ever been seen on television like that. People lost their mind. They'd never seen nothing like this. He was sitting down in a chair and he killed it. I'm talking about this guy. You can understand more than just music. You can take, make sure this is still recording. You can take lessons from this man on how to conduct business as a musician. He had insurance for his band members. So when they weren't working or weren't touring, or even if they got fired, they collect unemployment. Chess Records didn't rape him out of his royalties the way they did Muddy Waters and all that. He was a businessman. Artists don't take care of their band members like that well today. He was well ahead of his time. This was, I mean, when I'm talking about Howlin' Wolf was a man's man. Former sharecropper, a man's man. He was about his business. And that is deeper than just that song. That is who they want to liken this fictional character to. But, you know, your walking music could be Future or some goofy shit like that. So-called black man. And that's the opening of the show. And maybe no one can see it. I know I'm not crazy, but I see what they did here. And I'm going to continue watching it. I'm going to continue watching it and showing, you know, if there's more to speak on it, I will. But the scene where he goes to get a shave from the old brother that's a barber. And he goes, I'm surprised a white boy like you even, you know, knows anything, listen to the blues, let alone know about Blind Blake. And, you know, I'm yelling at the screen. Me too. Fuck out of here, man. He came all the way to Georgia to listen to, come on, man. He came to Georgia with $212 in his pocket, the clothes on his back, no luggage. They called him a vagrant in the show. He said, "Nah, I'm a hobo." Right? You know, guys with the military record, and they talk about his military record in the show, first episode. When these white guys have military records like that, they go on to try to be generals. You know, they give military briefings at the White House. Like, you go, you know what I mean? The big house with the children. Oh, nah, he just wanted to be free and just go about and go wherever he wanted. Yeah, that's really the character of Esau. Since goddamn when. So what they've done here is that they've taken the spirit of our ancestors and they're trying to ply it on to him as if this is the man to be, right? They didn't play no Rolling Stones when you first seen them. No, they went to the source. They went to the source. So this might be the longest video I ever made. I'm just hit 40 minutes. I am deeply sorry for making this video so long, because I I really never wanted to make videos. I just felt that I always felt the need to share some of my thoughts with the people. That's Cadillac Records, where there was the guy that played Howlin Wolf in Cadillac Records. But this is the man, you know. This is the man, you know. I wonder if they own his masters now. But this is what they did. So I'm gonna put some of Howlin Wolf's music in the description if I remember. This video may take forever to load up, but yeah, if you can spot, like Kumero says, dodge the hijack. If you could spot the spiritual hijack, how they're trying to imprint our ancestors' very masculinity and spirit to bolster this, you know, this character, it's disgusting. And these are the same people who is, oh, well, this is our culture. Why are you trying to, like, why are you using our music? You have no culture. You have no culture. You have no land. You've stolen everything. That's who you are. Oh, man, oh, man. You just can't get away from this guy. Oh, he's back again. Oh, boy. So I'm going to end it here. I'll play a little bit of this. Our groove, our spirit. Listen to it. We can't even own this. This music came straight out of the plantation. We can't even own it. As always, don't say safe. Safe gets cracked, bruh. Stay dangerous at all times. Never make yourself look non-threatening to your enemy. Don't give a shit what they think about you. And keep the Most High first. Skull.